Big problems. Two issues that brought Chris Martin and Dakota Johnson to a breaking point as actress was desperate for it to work. People revealed on Wednesday that they have broken up again, with an insider saying, "It feels final this time." Dakota was last seen with Chris in Malibu just 2 weeks ago, and they were also seen holding hands in India during Coldplay's recent tour in January. But they have now called it quits and will be focusing on their respective careers. A source told the U.S. Sun that the 13-year age gap and the topic of children had often caused problems. Dakota has been desperate for her and Chris to work out for years, and every time they broke up she was devastated and in tears, they said. Even some of Dakota's team would have to console her when they were apart, and she could never move on. She really loves him and his children, and he deeply loves her, but things were just never lining up for them and it was very up and down. They really tried to work through their issues, but the age gap was often a problem, and she'd expressed that she may want children in the future, whereas Chris is kind of done with that part of his life, but they discussed it. It'll be hard for both of them to move on. A source told the U.S. Sun they added that they had been back and forth on issues for years and tried to figure out a future. They made some beautiful memories as a family, and it'll be hard for both of them to move on after such a long relationship, but they will do it, they said. Believe the pair now feel it's time to start a new chapter but will remain on good terms amid the breakup. The U.S. Sun has reached out to Dakota and Chris's reps for comment. Dakota is currently focused on her acting career as she is set to appear in the new rom-com The Materialists alongside Pedro Pascal and Chris Evans. She spoke about relationships in an interview with the Los Angeles Times this week while promoting the upcoming movie. Dakota said, "For a long time we've all been so quick to judge relationships or how they should happen, how they should exist in the world. When people should get married. Divorce is bad. All these things that actually, if you think about it, why is divorce bad?" she said. "Why do people have to get married, or at a certain age or only once? Why? It doesn't matter." Chris famously split from actress-wife Gwyneth Paltrow in March 2014 after more than a decade of marriage, reportedly got engaged to Dakota some years ago, and she called his kids her stepchildren. Chris shares daughter Apple, 21, and son Moses, 19, with his ex Gwyneth, 53. Dakota spoke of her close relationship with Chris's kids in an interview with Bustle. She said, "I love those kids like my life depends on it. With all my heart. How do I feel about motherhood? I'm so open to that. I've gotten to this place where I really want to experience everything life has to offer, and especially being a woman, I'm like, what a magical ****ing thing to do. What a crazy, magical, wild experience. If that's meant to happen for me, I'm totally down for it. We're not here for very long, so if I'm meant to be a mother, bring it on." Dakota also has the seal of approval from Gwyneth, who attended her 30th birthday party. She said about Chris and Dakota, "I love her. I can see how it would seem weird because it's sort of unconventional. But I think, in this case, just having passed through it iteratively, I just adore her. I always start to think of the, what else can you bring in, instead of being resistant to or being made insecure by." She explained, "It's not like there's a finish line, oh, we consciously uncoupled, we're done. It's a lifelong commitment to constantly reinvent your relationship with your ex, which you do presumably because you have children together."